Hello, viewers of the YouTubes. I'm Ginger's Greetings, and welcome to my new channel. Now, instead of just posting my art to the endless abyss of Instagram, I can also post into the endless abyss of YouTube, too. Wow, pretty cool, huh? But that's not the point. Point stands. You're not here to listen to me ramble about that. You're here because you want to hear about this album I'm drawing. So I'll jump right in with some background on the project that brought him into being. So, when I was in high school, I'm not in high school anymore, I remember being told over and over and over that being a high schooler was one of the greatest times of my life, and that even if I didn't understand that at the time, I'd come to understand when I'm older. Well, it's been 5 years now, since I've been in high school, and I still don't get it. Maybe my high school experience just sucked, I don't know, but you could not pay me to go back. To be honest, most of what made high school bad wasn't the school itself, though the limited bathroom breaks per semester and the ban on bringing water was weird. Not to mention sexist dress codes and forcing trans students to use the nurse's restroom. Though that one was fixed, thank God. No. Somehow, the worst part of school was the student body itself. They were people who were homophobic, racist, sexist, ableist, people who were bullies, people who spread rumors, people who were just really judgmental over really dumb stuff. You get the gist of it. If you think back to school, or if you're still in school, you can probably conjure up stereotypes based on various people you've seen or met. That's part of how I got here. As part of a visual novel project I'm working on, or was anyway, tendinitis kinda sucks, I've pulled from my memories of people who I found to be unnecessarily mean and or problematic for various reasons, and I created some characters out of the patterns I saw. One of those archetypes of a-holes, I guess you could say, is the wealthy prick. Okay, let me paint you a picture here. Saggy pants and tacky $200 sneakers that look brand new. He hasn't worked a day in his life, and his family has a vacation home that he likes to hold parties in. He thinks that people who don't make enough money to live, are just lazy. And he asks if your parents, who hardly have the time to, even make dinner, have tried reselling stuff online. Also, dear God, do not step on the shoes. Ring any bells? Don't get me wrong. I know having money doesn't always mean everything is handed to you on a silver platter. I grew up in the upper middle class. There are plenty of things unrelated to money or whatever that can also cause hardship. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that kid who seemingly has everything. His parents make time for him, he's got all the possessions and support he could want, and not having faced a problem money couldn't solve, he's developed this skewed version of the world. That kind of guy. This is Tanner. Sorry, other Tanners, I'm sure you're plenty nice. But anyway, he is 18, he's a senior in high school, and on top of embodying the aforementioned traits, he also plays basketball and he enjoys watching movies, mostly of the action and horror varieties. He doesn't know what he wants to do after school, but one thing's for sure, if he went to college, he'd be a frat boy. When I designed his character, I really wanted him to embody the gaudy sports brand name fashion I've come to associate with this kind of person. From his shoes to his jacket, even his underwear, I used dollar signs as a reoccurring logo of sorts. It's a little literal, but I think it gets the point across. I enjoy it. In the color sketches I made before recording this, I actually had a much more muted palette. Think lots of cool grays and blues. But I realized that while brand name clothes were generally generic, that didn't really feel like a shoe brand name to me. It's different, I swear. So I tried again with a much brighter, gaudier palette. Colors I would never normally use tie words that I would never choose to use together normally. Not only did this make it really right, it felt right, but I found that this made the character so much more eye-catching, while still feeling like something you could genuinely see a high schooler wearing. That was one of the important bits to me. I wanted them to feel like a high schooler. I wanted all these characters to feel like high schoolers, which is actually a bit of a challenge when I'm used to being able to draw whatever I want. But anyway. Other than that, the rest came pretty naturally to me. I gave him brown, slick back hair, a tall, thin build, and made sure his expression looked as cocky as I could. I'm sure this kind of person could look like anybody, but personally, this is what these people tended to look like in my life. And I think that should be everything. I didn't quite get to finish, actually saving the sprites in individual files, but I'll be showing you one of the finished sprites at the end of this video. If you want to see the rest of the sprites, or if you're just curious to see more of what I end up getting up to, feel free to subscribe to my channel. As of right now, I'll be trying out various kinds of content to see what works for me. Hope you have an awesome day, and enjoy the rest of the video.